Right, so the majority of the drama that happens in the goth and alternative communities often revolves around fashion and the clothing brands and what they do. However, every so often, it's about an influencer. Let me start out by saying that I'm not trying to offend Adora Batbrat or her followers or anyone like that. I'm merely trying to make her and her fans understand why people are annoyed and upset, as well as adding my own thoughts on the matter. Every Halloween you get some really amazing costumes, and you get some that are beautiful, but you also get some horrible ones as well, and that's this one. I genuinely used to be a fan of hers quite a while ago, so it was odd hearing about her again, especially in this context. Adora Batbrat, as she's known online, is a Swedish influencer with over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is where I first found her, as well as her Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, which is now private, which is where all of this occurred, or at least the first portion of this, because it's divided into a few different sections. She is also a self-described icon within the goth community. However, I will note that there is somewhat of a debate as to whether she's goth or not, but I think she's regarded in Sweden as a synthere, though I'm pretty sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Oh, she also has her own website under the name adorabatbrat.com. A few days ago, she posted this to Instagram for Halloween, which was obviously not well received. Just so we're clear, I know some of the words I'm about to say aren't acceptable on YouTube, such as rape. However, I'm not going to censor myself and desensitize her actions and what all of this is about. Honestly, I personally find this kind of disgusting. Wearing a t-shirt that says "Tonight's rape victim" with gore makeup is not a cute Halloween costume. Sexualizing rape is not okay. She also added the text: "As I understand it, in America, if you are a pretty girl, a girl who likes to party and who likes to be sexy, you have all the responsibilities if you are raped. So dressing up like this, and also by getting drunk, I give my silent permission to be tonight's rape victim. According to some, I contemplated if my costume was tacky, but then realized what reality was. I give my silent permission to be tonight's rape victim." She knows what she did was wrong. As she says, I contemplated if my costume was tacky, but then realized what reality was. She could have quite easily made this a political statement, a statement on society's rape culture. However, it didn't come across that way. I found this on her Ask FM. Yes, I did a little deep dive, with her promoting consent and safe sex. Also, rape isn't just an issue in America. According to an article I found on Statista.com, reports of sexual assault and rape in Sweden have risen annually since 2015, and that's just the reported ones. Amnesty International states in an article that despite high levels of rape, there are very low prosecution rates in Sweden, with only 6% of cases involving adults resulting in prosecution in 2017. So, now she's now privated her Instagram account, and I'm pretty sure she's deleted the post. She hasn't mentioned anything about it on her Facebook or Twitter, even though she did update her website address on Facebook. Something like 12 hours ago, she posted a video to her YouTube titled "The T-shirt with the ability to cause panic attacks." It's a minute long, and it is the most condescending video I've ever seen. Though I will note, she does say, "Deliberately attacking my friends and the people I work with and threatening them, sending them hate messages and using peer pressure is evil." And I agree to an extent. You shouldn't bring the things that she's done on the people she works with and her friends. After all, they're not the ones who wore the shirt or uploaded the original photograph to our knowledge. She is. If you have a problem with what she's done, bring it to her, not other people. She's also turned off comments and hidden the like to dislike ratio on the video itself, which that's kind of weak. For the record, people are insulted and upset that you're making light of something as serious and violating as rape. As I began to dig further into Adora, I came across this. Firstly, I haven't been able to confirm the origin of this. However, the editing style does fit a lot of the other images of hers that I've seen, and I've seen quite a few people repost it and comment about it, so I wanted to address it. I've dived through her social media a bit, and I've never found a single mention of her saying that she has either a mental or physical disability. Personally, it feels like she's mocking people with disabilities, and as someone with a disability who sometimes needs walking aids, honestly more than I'd like to admit, it does make me feel uncomfortable. According to a study from the World Health Organization, more than 1 billion people are estimated to live with some form of disability. Also, bringing this back to her Halloween costume, according to a 2004 British study, people with disabilities are more likely to be victims of rape and abuse. So, there's that. Okay, and according to the Scope Disability Perception Gap Report, 1 in 3 disabled people feel there's still a lot of disability prejudice in Britain today, and it's trebled in the last 20 years. Although I'm aware that this is applicable to Britain itself, not Sweden, but I couldn't find anything reliable for Sweden in the time period that I was making this video. Then, of course, we have the pink font saying, "Sometimes I feel mentally disabled," in all capitals, and a red stamp saying, "Past." It just all feels really disrespectful. I know I'm probably looking too much into this, but as both a disabled person and an alternative person, I'm pretty annoyed at this, as a whole. However, I don't have a mental disability, so I can't comment on that aspect of this photograph. On February the 13th, 2013, she posted this photograph to her Facebook page, wearing a t-shirt that says, "I'm a black girl." The comments from 8 years ago, from what I could see, are quite positive, saying things like "please add it to your shop" and "love you." However, now that it's resurfaced after the recent events, people are calling her out on it. People may have called her out 8 years ago, when this originally happened, but I spent the majority of my time in full-time education and gaming, so I wasn't too big on Facebook or following people on Facebook. So I can't remember a scandal around her in 2013. Let me know if there was. I decided to check up on her Facebook page to see what the reactions were to this, considering I couldn't check Instagram, and people are not happy with her. They're saying that they're disappointed and that she should leave the internet. Similarly, goth Reddit isn't happy with her either, which is where I initially discovered all of this. And yeah, to me that's completely understandable. If you're making a joke or something around this, then everybody has the right to be annoyed. I mean, you could use the free speech argument, however, even though there can't be legal repercussions for what she's done, there are most definitely social repercussions, which is what I'm about to get into. Apparently she posted an apology about this on her Instagram. However, I haven't been able to find it anywhere, and apparently it wasn't much of one either. I'm assuming it's just like the video that she posted that I showed you, which apparently there's supposed to be a second part of coming, which will be interesting. It's like she's completely oblivious to the social repercussions of her actions. But of course, it's most likely that she did it deliberately to get that kind of attention. Take, for example, the "I'm a black girl" shirt. She says on the original post that she made the shirt herself. Whilst one could argue that she had no ill intentions, it's highly unlikely that she was unaware of the socio-political implications of the shirt. If you do deep dive for any supposed racist past like I did, the came back to was this shirt. I did find a mention on Reddit of her doing a Hitler mustache or something like that, but again, I couldn't back it up, so I haven't put it properly in this video. So, is she basically going to just carry on and pretend like nothing has happened, which is what she did in the past? Maybe she'll try. However, the internet and social media have evolved greatly since the days of the I'm a black girl shirt. We're essentially in the age of call-outs and accountability for your actions, which is vastly different from what it used to be in her initial, 10 years ago when a lot of this stuff was around, or even sooner than that. This is probably the most backlash she's had so far, and it's the biggest thing I can find of her. I mean, especially if it's to the degree that she's deleted the post and set her Instagram account to private. But I suppose we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I mean, people have been cancelled over a lot less. But also, people have not been cancelled over a lot more. But it all depends on sort of the social climate at the time and what it's like within that specific community. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you've heard of anything else she's been involved in or anything like that. My cat has been behind me sleeping this entire time, and it's incredibly adorable. She's right here. You can't see her, but now she's purring. And she's been using me as a footrest. She's been using me as a paw rest. It's adorable. This is Millie. She's adorable. Yeah. Are you gonna go back to sleep? Yeah. I hope you have a good day. Yeah. Toodle pip.